One.
Hi, America. This is Jeff Cudney, and I am one American at large. Hey, I want to talk about this gun control and all this that's going on for a minute. You know, when I was a kid, I got my first hunting license when I was 12. This is talking about how much times have changed. And we'd go out shooting, me, my dad, and my brother and sister. We'd go out hunting and this and that. And times have changed so much. And watch this. And now you know what? That's probably the little girl and her dad, and they're doing something together. And look at the bond that they're sharing. Look what's happening here. I went through this with my dad, and it was some of the best memories I have in my life. But we had fun. But you got some people that shouldn't have guns. Some people should not have guns. I agree with that. There should be some aptitude test. I don't know, something. Because you got people like this right here. Watch this genius.
I just fucking shot myself.
Hey, don't that remind you of Barney Fife? Some people just shouldn't have guns. And then you get some people, I've looked into this school shootings, and a lot of these kids, they come from messed up homes.
Domestic disturbance and missing person.
His face looked very, it's black.
And you got the sheriff, man. Okay, now you want to take guns from everybody. Now watch this. Here goes a citizen right here. Watch this. What happens? Let me kind of lay it out. What's happening? There's a cop here, and he got into it with somebody, and the person got a hold of the cop and got a hold of his gun, and he's sitting on top of the cop with the gun to the cop. And there's a citizen coming along. He's wearing blue. Watch the guy in blue. Now the guy in the blue, he's just a citizen with a gun. The cop's on the ground with the crazy dude on top with the gun to the cop. Look at that. The cop's on the bottom. Look at this. Look at this.
No, the guy on the top. Bro, he's about to fire, dude. Oh my God!
Yeah, the dude shot the bad guy, the citizen with the gun, shot the bad guy that was on top of the cop with the gun. I don't know why that guy's screaming, and I don't know what that dude's going through, but that's a difference. See, that's the difference of it's different. This is how I grew up right here. This is how I grew up in school. You saw this every day in school. The environment has changed. And then you got that sheriff Israel. Let's watch what this guy's got to say.
An incident, but if a person had a gun put to their head and they were the victim of that type of incident, that's an aggravated assault. That's an absolute felony. That is a crime, and a person should be arrested for that. I don't know if the victim wanted to cooperate. It was in Palm Beach County. I don't know the nuances and the specifics of the case, but that absolutely is a crime.
On November 30th, fewer than 3 months ago, your office received a call from a tipster explicitly saying that the Cruz could be a, quote, school shooter in the making. According to notes released on that call, no report was even initiated. At this point, sir, do you understand how the public, seeing red flag after red flag after red flag, warning after warning after warning, they hear that your office didn't even initiate a report when they got a call saying that this guy could be a school shooter in the making? How could there not even be a report on this one?
Well, if that's accurate, Jake, there needed to be a report, and that's what we're looking into. That a report needed to be completed. It needed to be forwarded to our either Homeland Security or Violent Crimes Unit, and they would have followed up on it.
That's from your notes. It's from notes released by your office. I'm not making this up. This is from Broward.
No, and that's what the officer who handled that is on restrictive duty, and that's an active internal investigation, and we are looking into it. I can't tell you, I can't predict how an investigation is going, but I've exercised my due diligence. I've led this county proudly, as I always have. We have restricted that deputy as we look into it. Their deputies make mistakes, police officers make mistakes, we all make mistakes, but it's not the responsibility of the general or the president if you have a deserter. You'll look into this. We're looking into this aggressively, and we'll take care of it, and justice will be served.
Are you really not taking any responsibility for the multiple red flags that were brought to the attention of the Broward Sheriff's Office about this shooter before the incident, whether it was people near him, close to him, calling the police on him?
Jake, I could only take responsibility for what I knew about. I exercised my due diligence. I've given amazing leadership to this agency.
Amazing leadership?
I've worked. Yes, Jake. There's a lot of things we've done throughout this. This is you don't measure a person's leadership by a deputy not going into these deputies received the training they needed.
Maybe you measure somebody's leadership by whether or not they protect the community. In this case, you've listed 23 incidents before the shooting involving the shooter, and still nothing was done to keep guns out of his hands, to make sure that the school was protected, to make sure
These are the kind of people that are leading our community. And when something like this comes to light, they continue to lead. This guy will probably get a promotion. And that's the problem. And
you were keeping an eye on.
It's just sad. The times have changed so much. And it's just sad. But taking guns from us, from a lot of abiding citizens, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. And with that being said, thank you for listening, America. All right.